take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the...
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think every...
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. They'll start with the option. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his Lance on third down. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's... We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And now they'll throw with Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again on second down. Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for...
So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. The drive will start with an option going left. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. It's time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
As hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
"35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. Now a play fake. Lance. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Lance. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Lance looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fielded at about the 28. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone. Second half action, and this defense still pitching a shutout as we drop you back into the action. And they'll begin by running the option. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Second half action, and this defense still pitching a shutout as we drop you back into the action. Throwing on first down is Lance. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Lance to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And right about now, the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's taken to the 26. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? and he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy.
Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Lance. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Lance now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. from the gun on third down. Lance. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Lance now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hardy. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Lance looks to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard. Shotgun now for Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. To throw again on second down. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. From the gun, it's Lance. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on third down, Lance. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Chargers, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well.
Into the air right away is Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Allen going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Freeze. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try to...
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. On first down, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Allen. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Joey Bosa, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Singletary trying the left side. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Mills. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And here's Matt Araiza now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To the air, Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will have the football as this is... The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Allen now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Allen. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. A give up the middle to Singletary. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone. So we're in the 3rd quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Another great play. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflict. And now here is another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. A good spot to be in for this defense. They'll head back out, protecting a big lead here in this 4th quarter of play. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Allen. Had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a new... Perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Allen. Quick slant to Crowder. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like...
And my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it. And
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up the 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.